Over at DC Comics in 2011, the publisher lost focus on publishing some of their legacy heroes during the New 52 publishing initiative. Thankfully, things have changed recently with DC's new Golden Age publishing line, featuring a look at all those fascinating DC legacy heroes. It all started off in the pages of Flashpoint Beyond with some teases at the JSA characters, followed up with the new Golden Age one-shot teasing really fascinating status quos for Stargirl and Stargirl The Lost Children and a new Justice Society of America ongoing. But DC Comics is looking to move the publishing line in a bit of a different direction with some returning heroes over from the DC Universe joining the new Golden Age. My name is Arico Braddock, and today let's go ahead and celebrate these brand new Golden Age titles announced over from DC. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to go ahead and encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button if you enjoy our content. And I want to go ahead and kick things off by introducing one of our first titles. Here's a look over at Jay Garrick, The Flash. This one is written by Jeremy Adams, featuring artwork over by Diego Olortegui. And I want to go ahead and read some text over from DC Comics describing a little bit more about this new series. It's hard being a parent, especially when your kid is a speedster. Jay Garrick has been reunited with his long-lost daughter Judy, but figuring out how to connect with her is proven to be difficult. They'll need to continue to work to find common ground, but when a mission that started in Jay's early days as the Flash comes roaring to today, will the Flash and Boom be able to thwart a plan that's been in the works for decades? I really enjoy Jeremy Adams as a writer. I think he's done some really fantastic things over with the Flash franchise. Really enjoy how in his Flash title, he's put so much of an emphasis towards the family of the DC Universe. Jay Garrick is a really kind of fantastic character who's been utilized so well in the Flash's continuity across so many different writers. Really hope that DC will continue to emphasize publishing Jay, and I think Judy has been an interesting character as of late too. Really like her new kind of name as the Boom, and excited to see where this one goes. Really enjoy this cover as well. I want to go ahead and head into our next book. This is Wesley Dodds, The Sandman, written by Robert Venditti, featuring artwork from Riley Rossmo. Wesley Dodds has given up the hope of a peaceful world, but he hasn't stopped believing that people can be better to each other if they're only given the right tools. Possessing a scientist's optimism and romanticism, he is convinced that humanity can invent cures for its own ills. Having learned about the battlefield horrors of World War I from his father, he sought to create a sleep gas that would allow for humane warfare. During his research, he recorded all of his attempts in a science journal, even those with horribly deadly consequences, swearing never to show them to the world. Now his journal has been stolen, and he must find the culprit and stop them before his deadly misinventions fall into the arsenals of the belligerent nations, threatening to pull the United States into the next World War. So very excited about checking out this Sandman book. For one, I don't know too much about Wesley Dodds. Interested to go ahead and learn more. He's got a really cool costume. Really appreciate some of the writing that Robert Venditti led to the Hawkman title over at DC Comics. I hope we get some of the really kind of interpersonal narrative over with the lead character and that same sort of kind of action-adventure vibe over in this new title. Riley Rossmo's art is so kind of expressive. Rossmo's so great at depicting motion and making each of his figures look cool no matter kind of which page or panel they're in. I think this is a really fascinating creative team with Riley Rossmo introducing a fascinating left turn here. Very excited to go ahead and check this one out. Let's jump into our last series. It's called alanscott, the Green Lantern, written from Tim Sheridan, featuring art over from Cian Tormey. I want to go ahead and read off a quote from none other than Jeff Johns himself over on this Alan Scott comic. Tim has crafted a beautiful and shocking origin story for Alan's greatest enemy, the Golden Age Red Lantern, that is both heartbreaking and inspiring, John said. Jeremy has created a fun, emotional adventure celebrating the reunion of Jay Garrick with his lost daughter, Judy. set firmly in the DC universe of today, and Rob will present a mystery tale of the Golden Age Sandman's earliest days through the lens of Oppenheimer. These three series will all tie back into Justice Society of America, and we've got a few other titles brewing. Very excited to see how Tim Sheridan tackles the kind of Golden Age Red Lantern. Really like how these sort of like retro DC comics are taking on things from like modern continuity and sort of subverting them and making them look a little bit kind of new and old at the same time. Artist Cian Tormey is really, really fantastic and has contributed some really great work into the pages of Wonder Woman titles recently over at DC Comics. Very excited to go ahead and see also how all the plot threads from all these different books are going to feed back into the main Justice Society of America series from Jeff Johns. But I hope we get a new issue of that series very, very soon. So overall, I am really excited for all of these titles heading over from DC Comics. I've been looking for a place to read Alan Scott's adventures for a long time, so really excited to have a destination for Alan Scott and Jay Garrick titles over in the DC Comics universe. I really hope DC will continue to kind of expand this line to let more talent in aside from Jeff Johns and some of the other creators at DC. Would love to see writers over like Simon Spurrier go ahead and tackle one of these characters as well. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming to check out the video today. And I want to know from you, which of these titles are you most excited for? Are there any legacy JSA heroes that you want to see spin off into their own book? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming to check out the video, and we'll be back soon for more excellent comic book content. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.